Hello, and welcome to my everyday makeup drawer. So this looks a little bit different to the drawer that we had last month, and I'm going to explain everything. Basically, I decided to put all of my Project Pan stuff in here as well, and it just kind of filled everything out a little bit. I think it made the drawer list a little bit sparse, but today I'm going to be taking some new things out of my main collection to play around with. I have done a lot of Project Pan finales this month, so that means that this drawer is looking a little bit nicer, a little bit less crammed. And the reason that I'm doing more finales is basically to be able to use my actual makeup collection a little bit more. Who'd have thought I want to use the products that I buy? I know, revolutionary. But I just felt really overwhelmed with just panning specific products, and I decided to start my everyday makeup drawer series last month just to get some love on some things that haven't been loved in my makeup collection without like a hit pan goal, finish goal, whatever goal. So the first part of this video is going to be looking through some of the products that I pulled last month, and then the second part of the video is going through all of my main makeup drawers, picking some more things out, seeing what I fancy using this month. But just before we do that, if you have not already, like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I really think we can do it if we just keep pushing. And I love bright, fun, colourful makeup, project panning, everyday makeup drawers, a little bit of reviews as well. So if that sounds like a good time to you, definitely stick around. So I'm going to ignore the Project Pan items in this drawer and just talk about the things that we pulled in last month. So I'm going to start with foundation. So I pulled the Be Perfect Chroma Cover Foundation last month, and this has been great because my Project Pan foundations are these two, and I need to mix them together. So if I'm just feeling lazy, I've just been going in with this, and it has been such a godsend. Just because it is so full coverage. The pump on this doesn't work very well, so that's not great. But I've really got to know this recently, and I really do enjoy this. I'm going to be really sad putting this away this month. This is probably one of my favourite foundations if you ignore the pump issue. So yeah, I'll be sad to say goodbye to that for the next few months. I did pull in this colour corrector last month, and I did not use this once. I do have acne, but I just don't reach for colour correctors. So that's definitely going to be something that I think about in my declutter coming up soon. So next I pulled my NYX Fix Stick. I love this thing so much. Definitely one of my favorite concealers in my collection. I saw this on Trendmood. I really wanted it. It took forever for this to get to the UK, but eventually I did get my hands on it. I love this thing. Absolutely 10 out of 10. I've loved playing around with that this month. So I did pull in a powder. However, I've not used this because if you see here, that's my Trigwell loose powder. And that's been in a Project Pan. And I just don't feel the need to play around with multiple loose powders in the month. I'm not the kind of person that needs to play around with loads of different powders. I'm fine using the same powder every single month. So I've decided now in my everyday makeup drawer, if I'm still using a loose powder in a Project Pan, I'm not going to be pulling in another loose powder. I just don't see the point. And I could be using the room for other things as well. So I think that's it for base. Let's move on to some cheek products this month. So this is my Lion King bronzer palette. You can definitely tell what bronzer shade I've been using. And also look at my top. I'm wearing a Lion King top. Hallelujah. I just love the Lion King so much. And yeah, the middle bottom bronzer is definitely what I've been loving, what I've been using recently. I have delved into the contour shade at the end a few times, not many, but it's been nice. It's been just nice to play around with it a little bit, get some Lion King goodness around here. Honestly, I'm like a huge nerd when it comes to the Lion King. I love it so much. So it's been great to play around with that. Luminoso. I have been playing around with this blush this month. It's been so pretty. Over the past few days, we've had really good weather in the UK, and this has just been beautiful. Can I open this with one hand? Yeah, I can. It's got a really nice glow to it, and it's just the perfect summer everyday shade. So yeah, I've been absolutely loving this as well. Oh, I've not been able to reach for this, and I'm so sad about it. I'm not sure why. I think maybe because the eyeshadow that I've been wearing recently has all been very warm tone. But this, if I can open this, I don't think I'll be able to. Hang on, 1 minute. Here we go. This is the Kimchi Pearl Gone Wild highlight, and it is a blue with a purple shift in it. It is just beautiful. You can see that there. But I've just not been able to reach for it this month. Actually, I know why. It's because Odin's Eye sent over a highlight which is very similar to this. This is more smooth, and the Odin's Eye is definitely more like glittery and chunky. But that is definitely why, because I don't use a blue to purple highlight that much, and because I got a new one, I was focusing on that one. So I feel less bad for neglecting this, because I know I've had some fun highlight this month. Something that I have absolutely neglected is this. This is my Makeup Obsession Sweet Like a Peach little blush palette. This is what it looks like. It is really, really pretty, but I've just been overwhelmed with blush, I feel like, in my project pans. So I obviously had Luminoso here. I have 2 blushes in my Pan That Face palettes. And I also have this blush that I'm trying to project pan. And in my Modern Renaissance, I'm using some of those shades as blushes as well. So it's just been kind of overwhelming. I would like to pull this in at another time to hopefully get some use on it, but this month it has just been a big fat flop. Oh, I actually did use this. So this is my updated Natasha Denona mini star palette. I have added a new blue shade in here, and I actually really like it now. Now that it actually has some sparkle to it and I can actually use it without wanting to cry, it has been really, really nice. Hopefully I still have the picture that I took with this palette and I'll pop it on screen. But it's definitely something that I am more willing to use now on an everyday basis, just because this original shade made me so mad. Originally, it was just not good. But yeah, I've played around with it once, only once, which isn't great, but I'm glad that I have at least got some use on it. So I did pull in this glitter from the Pastel Roses. It's the shade Romance, and I did use this as well with my Pan That palette. It went really, really well with Red Ochre and Realgar, which were the shades that I was trying to finish. And I really liked just a warm glitter. It's not something I would reach for on my own, but I'm really glad I reached for that. I don't know if I reached for this. This is Night Skies, and you can see how stunning this is, but I'm not sure if I reached for this, which is really sad. Ritz has been just an absolute staple. I did buy 2 Ritz when I ordered this last. One for me and one for my friend at work whose birthday it was, and she's been wearing it to the office like every day, and it just makes me so happy to see her love this. And I do love it as well. To be honest, I might keep it in just because like I do, yeah, I'm gonna keep it in. I love it so much. This BYOP. So this is the palette that I built. I might keep in a few of these shades. I will get rid of the 2 yellow ones because I have been reaching for them a lot with my Pan That palette recently, but I've just not been able to play with that taupe at the end and the blues as well. I really want to play around with them a little bit more, and the reason why I haven't is literally just because I've been a little overwhelmed with eyeshadow. Like I said, I've ended a lot of projects, so I'm really hoping that this month is going to be a month of like play. I really want to do that. This is another thing that I've been loving. This bronzer is so pigmented. I absolutely adore this. The highlight's not super blinding, but still, and it smells so nice. It smells like chocolate. And then the final things I think are the lip products that I rolled in this month. So this is the Haggard Cosmetics Duo Lip Product. This is really strange. It's like a lip oil / stain on one side and then a lip gloss on the other. I've really enjoyed playing with it. It's definitely something a little bit different. And then my other 2 lip products that I rolled in this month are these 2. So a Natasha Denona and an ABH. The Natasha Denona shade is the I Need a Nude in the shade Natasha. And you can see it's like I don't know if it has a green hint to it. It just looks so weird on my lips. I've really not been able to get a good understanding of this. it just has like a weird green hint, but on camera it looks kind of fine, so I don't know. And then this is my Anastasia lipstick in the shade Praline, and this is so stunning. It is one of the satin formulas because I absolutely hate the matte formulas. This is so much better for dry lips. All right, I think that is it. I think, for what we pulled in. The rest is Project Pan makeup, and you can see I have so much Project Pan makeup. Oh, the Made by Mitchell. I'm gonna keep this in as well because I didn't use this either, so there you go. Yeah, I just have so much Project Pan makeup still. It is a little bit overwhelming, but this is Project Pan makeup with like 3 finales. Oh my god, I didn't talk about my Poppy Quiet palette. I have loved this. Look at how beautiful this palette is. I've been using Velvet Light and Silk Light for Pan That Palette looks with Realgar. They've looked beautiful. And then I also used Full Glam Poppy and Contemplation with Love Letter. I used Shadow as a wing a few times as well. I've really loved playing around with this. Oh, I've also used Poppy Cry a hell of a lot. It's like one of my favorite shades in the world. Like, look at that. Stunning. So yeah, I'm going to put all of this away, and then we're going to pull another month of everyday makeup. Okay, so this is my base and cheek drawer, and as you can see, it's pretty rammed. I'm running out of space. I was putting all of my blushes and bronzers and stuff back, and I had to put my Kimchi and Milani Luminoso in my bronzer section because they just don't fit. Because I got so much PR from Odin's Eye recently, and I need to sort it out. I need to do a declutter. A declutter is coming at the end of the year during Vlogmas, but honestly, can it wait? I don't know. But we're going to start with this section here. So this is concealer, foundation, powder. So like I said before, I'm not going to pull any powders in just because I am using another powder already. I don't want to overwhelm myself. It is what it is. So let's do foundations. So this is my little foundation hoard. I don't have that many, I don't think. So obviously the Be Perfect was what we used last month. And I'm actually thinking of reaching for this. I really love this matte base foundation from Revolution. It is such a nice full coverage matte base foundation, and it's one of my favorites, and I haven't been able to reach for it for quite a while. So I think this will be a really nice one to pull in. So obviously no powder. This is just miscellaneous stuff. This is for when I need it, and then lip balms I just reach for when I need them as well. So here are my concealers. I really need somewhere to put my beauty blenders because right now they're just in my concealer section and they all need a wash, to be honest. They're all a little bit minging. So I recently bought this. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, and if you're in the UK, you will be very familiar with this. It is just a replacement. I've bought this about 3 to 4 times, and I absolutely love it. So I definitely want to pull this. So now, This is a lot, I know. Let me move my mic because I feel like it's so far away. This is my bronzer, blush, and highlight section. Here we go. I just moved the angle so I'm not reaching and breaking my back. Here we go. This is a lot. It is a lot, and I've got a lot of new products this month that I really want to try. I hope the lighting's okay. So this is a bronzer that I recently got, and it's the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. This has been going absolutely viral online recently, and I knew I had to pick it up. I did do a first impressions with this, and Sarah Rose did say that this shade was not a bronzer shade for her. It's more of a blush shade. I actually really enjoyed it as a bronzer shade on my skin. I definitely have a lot more warm undertones, so that could possibly be the reason why. But I want to get more use on this, and I want to use this a little bit more, so I'm definitely going to pull that. I'm only going to pull one bronzer, blush, and highlight, I think. I'm not too sure. I really don't know. I want to pull some of my new Odin's Eye. It's getting really hard to pull them out because there's just so many. So these are the 3 Odin's Eye shades that I got. I'm not too keen on this shimmer one just because it kind of looks like glitter on the cheeks. Maybe I'll try it as a highlight one day, but I'm definitely going to put that back. I used this in a first impression. It's very, very bright, very, very punchy. So I think I'm going to be reaching for this. This is more of the neutral shade, and this is Pink Bloom. I think it looks so beautiful, and I'm so excited to get some use on this. So that is definitely the blush that I'm going to be reaching for. And then this one can go back there. And then for highlighters, again, I want to use one, the Odin's Eye scent. So Light Glory is definitely going to be too dark for me. This is the shade that I think I want to pull. This is Star Legend. And this is what this one looks like. It's a super vibrant, like pink to, I don't know what the shift in this is. I think it's a pink to yellow, and it is so stunning. I really want to play around with that. This shade, which is called Moon Tears. This was the one that I was telling you guys about before, that like blue to purple highlight, which kind of outshone the kimchi this month. So there's some singles. Do I want to pull a face palette? Maybe this. This is one that I've been wanting to get some use on for a while. This is the ABH Italian Summer Face Palette. I did decide to completely replace the highlight in this palette just because I hated the original highlight in this. It was just so bad. Like, I can't even describe to you how bad it was. It was like thick. But I replaced it with a Revolution highlight that I loved, and then it's just a really nice travel palette. So I might take this as well. All right, so let's go into my eyeshadow drawers. Okay, here we go. This is eyeshadow. So I really don't know what I want. I've got some single eyeshadows there. To be honest, I might just keep my BYOP that I made last month because I do still want to get some more use on those shades. So I might just skip that for this month. But these are all of my palettes. I think I want to play... Do I want to play more with a Solomon? Oh, I don't know. I had so many eyeshadow palettes in PR this month that it's kind of been a little bit overwhelming, not gonna lie. I think this will go really well with my Pan That palette. This is the Pastel Roses Rose Delights. You can get 20% off with the code Caitlin20. And I just feel like with the shades that are left in my Pan That palette, this is going to be so beautiful because I have a lot of red and orange tones. So I think I might pull this one. And then do I want to pull maybe a little one? Maybe a ColourPop one? I don't really know what I want to pull. Maybe this. This is my NYX Ultimate Jean Baby. I love this thing so much. It's like a bluey, taupey palette. I can't open it. Oh my gosh. So this is this palette. I've loved this palette so much. I got this for my birthday last year, and my birthday is actually coming up very, very soon. So I definitely want to get more love. It does not look like a year-old palette. So yeah, I'm gonna pull this one. Okay, so this was the BYOP that I made last month. And like I said, I think I am actually gonna stick with these shades. Normally I'd want to pull another 8-pan palette and play around, but I don't feel like I want to let any of these go yet. Like I said, I didn't get the chance to use it much this month because I've just been focused so much on project panning. But like I said earlier, because of the finales, I'm really excited to actually be able to play with more things. So this still makes me excited. So I'm still going to play with this. So this is my lip and glitter drawers. I do have my Audacity going right now, so here you go. We're gonna try and ignore that. So let's pull this first drawer. I do have a few glitters here which I'll probably get rid of in my next declutter. So let's talk lips. And you know what? This has been really looking at me over the past few weeks. This is the NYX Stick, what is it? Stick Click? They all have like similar names. But this is like a really nice brownie nude. And I feel like this will go really well with some of the eyeshadow palettes that I've pulled. What do you think? Do you think this could be a good one? I think it'll work really nicely. So yeah, I'm going to be excited to work with this. And I've not used it that much either. So I'd like another lip product. I might take, which one is this? This is Coconut and Vanilla by Beauty Bay. It's one of their tinted lip balms. And it's just a really nice nude color. And I think this is a really nice thing. It'll contrast the brown in this. This is more of a pinky nudie shade. So I think I'm going to pull this as well. I'm just going to stick with 2 lip products, I think. So then I have my glitters here. Of course, I want to pull some of these. I never know what I want to pull when it comes to my Pastel Roses shades because they're all just so beautiful. Okay, so I'm working on a lot of browns and warm tones. Let me try and get this lighting a little bit better. I don't know if that made any difference. If anything, it looks worse, but we're going to move forward. This is kind of jumping out at me. This is Autumn Love. It's like a pink with green. That could be really cute because I'm working on a lot of greens in my Pan Those Eyeshadows series as well. I think I might only take 1 just because I took 2 last time and I only used 1 of them 1 time and the other one got neglected. So I really don't want to have them be neglected. So I'm just going to take 1, I think. Okay, so this is my new everyday makeup drawer. It definitely looks a lot cleaner and a lot less full than my last drawer, but maybe over the next month or so it will get a little bit more full. I have put the Rose Delights with my eyeshadow palettes up here. These are the other eyeshadow palettes that I'm project panning, and then some lashes, ignore them. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this looks. It all goes together really well. I feel like my last everyday makeup drawer was getting a little bit cramped, so I'm really happy with how this one looks. Let me know what you think down below. What would you change about this series? Please be respectful though. And if you did like this video, of course, like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye!